Right, so hello everyone, welcome back to another Antwood Movie Mania, and we are live because it is interview time. And my special guests today are a indie folk rock band. They're an up and coming group. I found them on TikTok, so I would like to welcome to Antwood Movie Mania, Misty Blue. I'll put the applause in later. So first off, how are you all doing?
Good. We're good. Happy to be here. Happy to be doing a live stream.
Yeah, thanks for having us on.
No problem. It's my pleasure. So, for everyone who will know you or who doesn't know you, would you like to go around and introduce yourselves and what part you play in the band?
Yeah, okay. I'll go first. I'm Allie. Nice to meet you. I'm the singer. Sometimes I play the acoustic guitar too. And yeah.
My name's Keith and I'm the lead guitarist here at Misty Blue.
My name's Dan and I play drums.
I'm Matthias, bass, vocals.
We're Misty Blue.
So, so this is another question for all of you. When you were growing up, what music did you like to listen to? Like, what got you into music?
You want to go first?
Okay. Let's see. Some of my first downloaded songs, a lot of stuff that my older brother put me onto. So stuff that was cool when he was, a teenager, like Green Day, Oasis. But now I'd say the stuff that I listen to most and what I think inspires a lot of the music that we do is I don't know. I don't want to sound basic, but Fleetwood Mac is just like a really good baseline goal to strive for, and then a lot of us have our own kind of preferences that come in and sort of merge into that. So yeah.
Definitely, yeah. 70s and 80s classic rock. Start young, listen to what your parents listen to. Yeah, that's it.
I like that.
Do you guys want to answer about music that you guys liked as, what got you into playing music?
Yeah, I think Fleetwood Mac, definitely the Cranberries, Mazzy Star. More modern day would be Lana Del Rey. When I was growing up, as a teen, I loved Taylor Swift, but now, I don't really listen to her as much. But yeah, that's kind of fine.
Yeah, pretty much just echoing what everybody else said, but from a musicality standpoint, I think it was Hendrix that opened up the door for me as a guitarist to really be inspired by the instrument and to get into it. But other than that, I feel like we were all very similar in terms of what we listen to present day. And specifically, again, what Matthias said from the Fleetwood Mac side of things, really tries to, we try to bleed that into our own type of music, and specifically on the songwriting side of things, like that mystical, magical kind of sound, specifically in terms of the storytelling. I feel like we really try and resonate with that.
Yeah, I think it's something that's kind of like a new sort of space for all of us, like to be playing that kind of music. But it's just kind of like what's working for us right now, and having like a fun time, like emulating that sound and like doing it all together.
So can you all remember like that light bulb moment that made you want to be a musician? Can you remember that?
I don't know if it's one moment. I think it's just something you just it stays in your life if you want it to be there. You just kind of always seek it out. And so, I mean, just from a standpoint of being in a band at all, I think it's so great just to be able to continue to play music, taking lessons your whole life, and it's what is this for, And then you get to playing with some friends and fucking doing some awesome live shows. Sorry for my language.
Unfiltered.
When you start getting to that age, personally for me, I've been playing drums since I was a kid, because my father was a drummer as well. But it wasn't always something that people in your primary years, there's not a lot of musicians to collaborate with. And once you start getting into those high school years, those later teens, mid-teens, and you start finding people to group together with, and you go, oh, you know what? It's kind of cool that I play drums. It's kind of cool that I play guitar. Other people are doing the same thing. That's kind of the light bulb moment, I think. And that's personally, and I'm sure I can speak for these guys, when you start playing with other great musicians, you just want to dive into it.
Well, that was our first time playing with you too. It was just a random practice. We were like, holy shit, let's fucking like do a bunch of live shows. Like this is
Yeah.
sick. Like
It just kind of clicked.
yeah.
And I think that like fun and enjoyment, we really showcase that in our live performances.
Yeah.
Like we're having fun first and foremost, and then if the music sounds good, that's a bonus. But at the heart,
Well, we try to make the music sound good. I mean.
at the heart of it, we're just having fun, you know. On
Yeah.
stage.
So how did who came up with the name Misty Blue?
You want to take that one, Ali?
Well, yeah, so it was kind of a random, a random thought, like a couple years back in 2021. But it's a lyric in a Jimi Hendrix song, so
Mm-hmm.
that was kind of inspiring. It's also when we started the band, the sound was very kind of folk acoustic singer songwriter, and I wanted something that would like emulate, nature. You feel, I don't know, something that sounded very natural, and I felt like it just kind of, I don't know, rolled off the tongue nicely. But there's no other really kind of specific story to it other than that it just kind of sounded nice and it fit.
So how did you all like come to be? Like how did you form your group?
A lot of like, meeting online was kind of like, like just like responding to an ad on Kijiji, and then Ali and I started playing together, and then the same thing with Keith, like, another person pops up, and it's just like put the pieces together. And yeah, I think like you go back to that thing about the light bulb moment as well, where it's just like, you have this idea of like, okay, we want to play music and whatever, and then you like get in a room with these people and like, holy shit, like, this feels like this could work, and it's pretty exciting that way.
Yeah, like we were jamming quite a bit, and then our first live show was Winter Song, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Back in I think January of last year, February of last year, and I think we all got off the stage. It was like a small enough show, but we just had so much fun playing together. And again, going back to we really just have fun live on stage and playing with one another. And then we're like, right, there's something definitely here because we've all played around with a ton of different bands and a ton of different musicians, and that's definitely fun too. But like this just really clicked straight off the jump.
Yeah.
Do you know? The other day I went to watch the film A Complete Unknown, the Bob Dylan story, and I've been like, well, not stalking your TikTok page, but I have been doing my research on it. When you were like at festivals in the film, they do like country folk festivals. They were singing the songs. For some reason, you guys just like, I thought of you guys straight away, like watching it on screen. I was like, they'd fit that bill, like straight like so well, isn't it?
That's a huge compliment.
Yeah.
Number one, that movie is phenomenal, and number two, Bob Dylan is Bob Dylan.
And I also love that image of like,
That's what I mean, like,
think of us as like an outdoor festival band. Like that's so great too. Like totally.
We love that.
Yeah, just when I was watching it, I was like, when I was listening to the songs, I was like, Misty Blue, like just that popped in my head. I was like, they'd suit that so well. She should have been born in the 60s.
I know, man. I've been saying this.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
So I stumbled on your page on TikTok and I love the song Take Me Home. I've listened to that a few times now, so big compliments to bringing that out. But I'm going to throw a few song titles at you. Red Sweater, Somebody Else, Fever Dream, and Suntop, which is another, like, they're all good songs because, like I said, I haven't been stalking your page too much. How hard is it to like write a song? But like, what do you do first? Do you make the music and then write the song, or do you write the song then do the music?
We're at the moment we're currently down in a cottage in the middle of nowhere here in Ontario, Canada, and for the sole purpose of going on a songwriting retreat. And it's the first time with the four of us sitting down and being like, right, let's just start from scratch and see where it takes us. And we've only been down here, I'd say 48 hours or so, and we've come up with at least 8 to 11 really great sounding tracks that we're very passionate and very confident in and very excited about releasing. But back to your question about like how do we do it, I feel like we haven't got a set structure. We just start some things, you come to the writing room with a bit of an idea, but there's been examples here specifically over this weekend where we're just starting to jam and then things are starting to just take shape organically, which is extremely exciting.
It's I think to follow that up, it's kind of like a sign of something promising when it's just like starts really like spontaneously and it seems to kind of flow in and then like start to develop. It's like if you try to like bring an idea that's too formed, there's not a lot of room for like everyone to kind of work with it and try to like make something. So that's being like in that sort of collaborative writing process has been really cool right now, and just like over the last like couple months of like it's not like someone has a full song that's written and like okay we're gonna play it like this. It's like here's like a voice note of a drum beat and then
or a melody
I'm notorious for my voice notes.
Yeah, or sometimes we'll come with like a verse idea or a melody idea for a chorus.
Or it's even like a phrase, like the rising tides. Like that's just like an idea. We've spent like 20 minutes jamming that.
I think it comes best when it's like one idea as simple as a melody line or a hook or even a cool phrase, and that's the seed, and it just keeps branching out, and we just jam it out, and it becomes something totally different and unique, but also cohesive with the sound that we're trying to accomplish here.
Yeah.
And it seems to be working because we're having a great weekend and things are flowing. So. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So who writes the majority of the songs, or do you all have like contribute into one song?
You want to answer that, Elliot?
I think we're all like contributing a lot. Like some of the songs, like I'll write a lot of the lyric ideas for it, but just this weekend, like all the songs that we've been writing, like we've all equally been just like putting ideas on the table, which is really cool. So that's kind of our goal, just to be collaborative and like continue to like have ideas together because we've been coming up with some really cool stuff. So.
All right. So when you're writing the songs, or if you're playing music, have you had any fallings out, like how to process a song? I'm sure there must be at least one.
Ali cried on the first day we were here.
Not yet. It's coming though. It is coming.
I think like a good sign of a creative space is like there is room to like say you don't like something, and I think like we've all had our things like of like it's often like about simplification a lot. It's like your first instinct as a musician is to want to like show your skills and like perform in that way, but it's just like kind of like pulling it back while you're creating the song and like getting everyone to just like take it slowly and not like rush into it.
So
at least
do you have any disagreements on like what song goes first, like when you're doing a set? Do you have like
There's
a set list
songs
or
that we've been trying to remove from the set for a long time. And Ali has a soft spot for many of them.
I mean, sometimes we have those disagreements, but we're all kind of aligned, honestly. We have like the same vision. We're just working on new music, and our goal is just to like, make it sound the best that it can sound. So.
And I mean, there's a lot of like, we laugh at ourselves in this band, and like, we are like, we all are the victim of a joke, and it's just kind of like, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're very close as friends, and we're also in a band, so that just creates a very collaborative environment and safe space. Like we can rip down an idea confidently and not take it to heart because we're very comfortable around one another. And similar to what Matthias is saying, like we take the piss out of each other all the time, and I feel like that really does help create that fun environment where it's exciting to write in.
How is the retreat going? Because you're like reclusive, or is like other cabins?
Yeah,
like you're just in the middle of nowhere, or.
Yeah, no, it's pretty heavenly up here right now. I don't know. There's just like big snow in the trees around. Like we were just like out on the deck this morning. It was like snowing, big view of the lake. So it definitely feels cool to just be able to like close the door here and like we're fucking. Again, I'm swearing.
We're dialed.
We're dialed.
We've got a fridge full of beer and our instruments with us, so I can't be a bad weekend.
The one thing is that we're probably not eating too great.
All right.
Oh no, I've just had a big Chinese meal to myself, so I wouldn't go for eating junk food.
That must be nice.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to Toronto, like going back about 12 years, but Like I went to Toronto with my friends to watch the marathon that they do around the city, and I thought it was great. Like I went up in the CN Tower, went to visit Niagara Falls. I thought that was like an amazing thing to go see. That's like a must for anyone to see Niagara Falls. But I'd love to go back to Canada because it's just like such a nice place, like scenic wise. But right,
There's a lot of cool
I'm
stuff happening
babbling.
musically right now too.
So,
12 years.
Yeah.
you,
A lot changed, so you'll see a lot of different stuff in the city. It's definitely grown, and you'll be surprised. Yeah, it's a beautiful city. We love being from Toronto.
yeah, I went to see I'll tell you what. I'll tell you a story. I went to see an ice hockey match there, and it was Canada versus USA, and USA won 4-3 in overtime, and it just went absolutely. Yeah, it was like pucks and hockey sticks and everything just went all over the place. I was like, what the hell?
Damn. That's not the ending you want, though. You definitely want Canada to win that game.
You know, it was all right for me because I was like mutual both sides, so it didn't matter to me.
Yeah.
But I was in like the home stand, so I was like, oh god. I was like,
Yeah. No, hockey, man. It's an electric sport.
Yeah, we don't play around.
Right. So after you've like made the band and you've like written your songs, you had your first sellout show at Sneaky D's. Is that right?
Oh my god, that feels like so long ago now, but
That
yeah.
was a long time ago.
How did it feel to like get that like acknowledgement of like the people that have been following you to be there?
It's cool. Yeah, like I would say like even since that Sneaky D's moment, there's been shows that have even surpassed that. Like that kind of like, wow, like there's people here that I don't know personally. Like we had a show like outside of Toronto a couple months ago where like it was maybe like the first time someone came up to us and was like, oh, like I follow you guys on TikTok. I've been waiting for you to come to Sarnia, right? Or Hamilton, was it? And that's like that's a crazy feeling of just like having people show up to see you from like just finding your music on the internet.
Yeah, we're also like super grateful to have like an amazing like support group, like our friends, our family, like everyone's come out to support us since the beginning.
Ali's dad does not miss a show.
He might even be watching this right now.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Well, I hope you are Ali's dad. Thanks for watching.
So yeah, we're pretty lucky.
Right, so I'm going to ask you the most important question of this interview. Who's the boss?
That'll be Ali. Straight away.
Yeah, good.
She's the
That's why
boss.
she's sitting up front.
It keeps you all in check.
Yeah, we still need the PR training. She's
No,
leading the charge.
She's a big crier, so it's hard to disagree.
I'm emotional, yeah.
Right, hopefully you guys are going to do a performance. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll play a new one for you.
Fantastic. Right, but before you do,
An unreleased track.
Sorry, what did you say?
before you do, for anyone like who is watching or who's going to watch this, do you want to give any guys any information about your touring in the next couple of months, or are you doing any gigs coming up? Do you want to let them know anything?
No gigs planned as of yet, but hopefully this summer we'll be hitting up some festivals in Canada. Nothing's like finalized yet, but we are aiming to put out a new EP this year. So we'll have a lot of new music coming out, which is really exciting. And everyone can follow us on, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Misty Blue Band is our handle, and we'll post a lot of behind the scenes and like teasers on there too.
And if anyone is seeing this from the Toronto scene, we'll definitely be playing locally there and like consistently So keep an eye out. We'll be around.
Yeah, I mean, I will be posting this on my YouTube. I'll post it on TikTok. I'll tag you in it and everything like that. So then if you want to do the same, by all means, you're more than welcome to do whatever you want to do with it. Right, so if you guys are ready to do your song, what song are you going to do for us?
We're gonna do Somebody Else, and this one's unreleased. Hope releasing it this year, so excited to play for you.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can hear everything okay, but we'll give it a go.
Yeah. Hopefully it should be okay.
I'm gonna give it a little practice. Just to see.
All right.
So introduce right. So tonight, singing live, I give to you from Antwoord Movie Media, Misty Blue.
Thank you.
Welcome.
All right.
Give me a second here.
He's gotta get his mic up. Got multiple singers. Hey.
Sometimes you feel far away. Oh, I want you to back on me. Oh, yeah. Shadows in the corner. You're avoiding a good justice. Something tell me that you're not this way. Don't wait. It's you. It's nobody else. Please tell me one thing. What do I want to say? I just want to say, it's just what I say. It's raining hard, so watch your house. Leave me on. I'll slip away. But it's hard to belong now. I want you to abandon me. Oh no, shadows in the dark corner. You're avoiding the good justice. So you tell me that you're not this way. Don't wait. seems you've been running. Somebody else.
Yay!
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
That was amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much
Appreciate
for having
it.
us.
Yeah, thanks
Yeah,
for
thanks
having
for
us.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for being on here. It's not my pleasure.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the interview. That's it. Thank you
All
so
right,
much for
done,
being
guys.
on
Our
here.
first live interview.
We did it.
Thank
Hey, look,
you.
if you ever want to come back on here to answer more questions or tell anyone that you're touring or anything like that, please let me know because I'll be more than happy to have you back on. No problem at all.
Thanks a million.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
It's my pleasure. I know we were meant to do this at Christmas, but you had a last minute gig, so I'm not going to get in the way of that. I would never stand in the way of work or anything like that. So we were getting it done no matter what.
Yeah.
But that is it. That was my full live interview with my special guest, Misty Blue. Thank you so much for being on here, and thank you very much for that live performance. I'm Atwood Movie Mania. As always, please leave your likes and comments. Whoever's watching this, please leave your likes and comments. Follow Misty Blue on TikTok, Instagram, on the YouTube page, and everything like that. As always, I'm Atwood Movie Mania. Please leave your likes and comments. Please subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. See you later.
See ya.
See ya.
Thank you.
Yep.